Good morning everyone, I am Armelita Sicalier, and this morning I am going to tackle about the 7 environmental principles. Let me first to read the objectives. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to explain the 7 environmental principles, relate the 7 environmental principles to your personal lives, and evaluate the educational implications of the environmental principles. In this previous lesson, we discussed the definition of the important terms like ecoliteracy and sustainable development, as well as explains the 7 environmental principles that we should familiarize to become eco-literate and better practice sustainable development. And now, let's proceed to the 7 environmental principles. First is everything is connected to everything else. Second, all forms of life are important. Third is everything must go somewhere. Fourth, ours is a finite earth. Fifth is nature knows best. Sixth is nature is beautiful and we are stewards of God's creation. And the last one is everything changes. And now, let me explain the first 7 environmental principles, which is everything is connected to everything else. So, in science, we are taught about the ecosystem. This gives the idea that everything is interconnected. Ecosystem is defined as the interaction between the living components and non-living components of the environment. There have 2 components of ecosystem, which is biotic and abiotic. So, biotic means the living parts of ecosystem, while the abiotic it is non-living things parts of ecosystem. So, as you can see in this picture that they are related because you can see here that there is a sunlight, ant, a river, and so on. That's why they are related to each other. So, there have some examples of biotic and abiotic factors. So, dito tayo sa living parts of ecosystem, which is the biotic. So, mayroong plants, animals, fungi, and bacteria. Dito naman tayo sa mga non-living things, parts of ecosystem, mayroong water, sunlight, soil, air, and the temperature. So, those are the examples of biotic and abiotic factors. Second, all forms of life are important. So, we have to admire the beauty of all organisms, even snakes or other organisms that are scary. We will always remember that these organisms are very important to us because they help us to make food, help make new medicines. They are also responsible for cleaning the environment and recycling waste to produce energy resources such as nitrogen and carbon. That's why all forms of life are important and should be treated equally with respect. Third, everything must go somewhere. So, all of us can go anywhere and we are free to be happy where we go. But no matter where we go, we'll still need to keep our environment clean because it shows that we are responsible for our environment and also we are responsible enough to do our responsibilities to respect our nature because when we throw garbage everywhere, it will cause bad things due to the proper handling of garbage. It will cause the bad things to the air, land, or water pollution. That's why we are afraid to happen these bad things to our environment because not only we will suffer from the damage we are doing, but also the organisms that lives in our environment. Fourth is ours is a finite earth. So there are 2 classification of the resources in our planet. renewable and non-renewable resources. It can be recalled that renewable resources are Earth's resources, which can be replaced or replenished by the cycles of nature. Examples of renewable resources are water, air, and biomass from plants and animals. On the other hand, oil, natural gas, coal, and nuclear energy are examples of non-renewable resources. It is important to remember that even if renewable resources can be replenished, it can be overused, it can be destroyed by population and other anthropogenic factors. Fifth is nature knows best. So, we as a human being, it is essential for us to understand the nature and follow the rules so that we want to ensure to continuous and steady supply of natural resources such as no pollution, no waste, no energy crisis, and no result of ecosystem imbalance. Six is nature is beautiful and we are stewards of God's creation. So, it is important to remember that living organisms do not exist to destroy or abuse, but we must keep it in our mind that man cannot survive without nature. So, we need to take care of our environment because it is the one who can help us to survive our life and give us a peaceful mind and life. And always remember that destroying our environment is equal to destroying ourselves. And the last one is everything changes. So all of us, there have a changes of everything, just like our attitude. For me, the based on my experiences, the one reason that can change my attitude is that the advancement of technology. Because of improper uses of this technology, it will cause us a problems of our nature. Because I have given more time to the technology we have right now. Unlike our nature, it is very important to us and to the all organisms. But I spend more time on things that are not important than things that are more important to me. So, in this world, we must think wisely of actions that can create a beneficial to us and to other organisms. And that's all. Thank you and God bless us all.